Good morning. Hello, Lynn, over in Saltburn by the sea. Good to see you again. Hi, Natalie. Yes, lovely to see you as well. It's lovely to be back. And a few minutes to go. Oh, some more people have arrived. That's good. Good morning to you. It's such a delight, it being light in the morning, just getting up in the daylight. So much easier for me anyway. Good morning, Jenny. And Chris, good morning to you. Good to be back. I'm still a little bit achy, but pretty much okay. Achy in the morning when I get up, and then I get better as I move around. Just looking after my old body. Good morning, Helen. Down there in London. Let's wait a couple more minutes. Good morning, Panda. Good to see you. It feels like we're on the way now to spring, with lighter mornings and things appearing in the garden and the hedgerows. It's lovely. I love this time of year. It's so special, isn't it, when everything's beginning to arise and be reborn. Good morning, Rose. Yes, thank you, Panda. I'm a lot better. As I was saying, just a little bit achy. Still first thing in the morning, around the knees, around one knee actually. But 2 weeks ago I couldn't walk. So, I mean, I'm basically okay now. So I'm just very grateful for that. Good morning, Rachel. Good to see you. What a joy being back with you and doing this morning meditation. I guess the last 2 weeks when I was in pain have been one long meditation actually. Just sitting with the pain, not causing it to be any worse. You know, we do this thing with the 2 arrows, don't we? We have the first arrow, which is the pain that we can't do anything about. And then the second arrow is our own resistance to the pain. So I've had 2 weeks of very good practice, not resisting the pain, just being in pain and allowing that to be okay. And actually that is a lot more comfortable than when we resist the pain. But it is quite a strong practice. Good morning, Philippa. Yeah, great to see you too. Right, so I think we can start. So this morning we're doing a sort of extended version of the mindfulness of breathing, where we spend more time in the body. And if you've not meditated before, then don't worry, because I'll talk us through everything. And you can do this meditation sitting on the chair, lying on the bed, lying in bed if you want, lying on the floor, however you want. Just be comfortable for half an hour. And I'll talk us through it. Good morning, Dimple. So I just wanted to say a few things about meditation to begin with, about what meditation is. And I've got a poem that helps to illustrate this, and it's by Julia Fehrenbacher. Can you just for a minute hush the voices that howl madly at your old tired little self, and listen to the wordless hum, and listen to the wordless, to the hum between, to that which births snowflakes and stars and sighs and moonlit little streams. Can you just for a minute get quiet enough to hear the silent flutter of this one precious life, of this one precious breath? Can you for just a minute get quiet enough to hear the silent flutter of this one precious life? So I just wanted to talk about that, because I think that's really interesting. What are we trying to do in meditation? We're trying to let the mind settle. We're trying to let the thoughts subside. And we do that by not resisting. We do that by just letting the thoughts be, just letting them come and go and not getting caught up with them. Because the thing about thinking is that a thought arises and we get carried away on this thought train, don't we? And that's what interrupts our peace and contentment. So it's okay for the thought to arise. And if we don't get on that thought train, it'll just go. So that's what we're doing. We're allowing thoughts to continue to arise, but we're just letting them go. We're not getting caught up with them. We're not pushing them away. We're just letting them come and go as they are, as much as we can. And what we're looking for, what we're enjoying, is the space between the thoughts. So I just want to try a little experiment with you. It's quite early in the morning for an experiment, but if you just relax, close your eyes, just allow yourself to relax, not making any attempt to stop thinking. And at some point, I want you to ask yourself a question. And the question is, what is my next thought? So you could ask yourself that question again. Just relax, not trying to get anywhere, not worrying about it. What is my next thought? Just asking yourself. Okay. Well, for some of you, at least, this doesn't happen to everybody, but for most people, when you ask yourself that question, the mind goes blank. The mind just goes completely quiet. And the thing is, you might notice, if you try that again, when the mind goes quiet, you actually know it's gone quiet. You know exactly what's happening. You know that there is just silence in the mind. And that knowing is awareness. The period in between thoughts is a moment when awareness is just there by itself, without being covered up by incessant thinking. So I don't know whether you can get that, but what we're trying to do in meditation ultimately is to widen the gap between thoughts. And we don't do that by pushing thoughts away, but we do it by allowing thoughts just to come and go. And eventually thoughts start to give up, and ultimately we end up with periods of deep quiet in our minds. But in this deep quiet, we know exactly what's happening. We can function very effectively. We can carry on walking about, opening doors, washing our hands, preparing food without actually any thought going on. That might feel like a bit of a spooky idea, but we don't actually need our thoughts in the way that we think we do. Our awareness is enough by itself. And there's nothing wrong with thinking, of course, if we can have directed thinking that is very, very useful in planning and looking at problems and so on. But we don't need this discursive, chattering mind that's with us all the time. So just being patient with it and letting the thoughts come and go opens up a whole world of awareness. So that's what we're aiming for. And that whole world of awareness is calm and kind and knowing. And it's wonderful. Okay, so we better get on with the meditation. And welcome to all of you. Welcome to Sarah and Julie and Dimple. We've got a whole load of you this morning, and it's so good to see you all again. I'm feeling much better. I'm still slightly achy in the morning, but pretty good. I feel pretty good. So it's great to be here, and welcome everybody, and welcome to people catching up on the recording as well. Okay, so we'll begin the meditation, and just settling down, just getting into our meditation posture, whatever that is, and allowing, when we're ready, allowing our minds to relax, allowing our bodies to relax. Just coming into the present moment, this precious sense of being here right now. Noticing how the weight of our body presses down on the bed or the chair or the floor. And just allowing that to happen, allowing ourselves to be held. To be completely held by whatever we're sitting or lying on, which ultimately is the earth. The whole earth holding us, holding our weight. Noticing the contact with the chair or the bed or the floor. What does that feel like? Noticing the sensations in the body, and the contact with whatever we're sitting or lying on. But there's more subtle sensations in the legs, and the back, the hips and the belly, and the stomach and the chest, and the neck and the head and the face. And allowing the muscles in the face to relax, the forehead, allowing any frown to drop away from the forehead, allowing the face to relax, Allowing the head to be balanced nicely on the shoulders. You might need to move the head backwards and forwards, side to side, to find the most comfortable spot. And allowing the whole of the body to relax. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Don't have to have any views or opinions. Don't have to be anybody. Just allowing any thoughts to come and go without getting caught up in them, without resisting them in any way, just letting them be. And finally, noticing the breath, particularly the breath in the chest, coming and going, the chest rising and falling. This is the mindfulness of breathing. And in the first stage, we're going to follow each out-breath from the beginning of each out-breath right to the end of each out-breath. And not paying too much attention to the in-breath, just really concentrating on following the out-breath. And as we do so, we might notice that the out-breath is an opportunity to relax each time. So breathing out and just letting go. Breathing out and relaxing. Following the whole of the out-breath. Just allowing thoughts to come and go, not getting involved with them at all, in any way. And if you get distracted, which you probably will, just coming back to each out-breath, patiently, kindly, without any criticism. It's just what happens. There's nothing wrong with it. So letting go of following the out breath now, and just making sure you're comfortable. And when you're ready, we're going to start following the in breath in the same way, following the whole of each in breath and not taking too much account of the out breath. And you might notice this time that the in breath is an uplifting breath. It fills us with life. It fills us with energy. So just really might quite a chance to value that as we follow each in breath. Just focusing on each in breath and not worrying about any thoughts that arise. And if you get distracted, that's okay. That's what happens. It's quite normal. We just deal with that with a sense of calmness and kindness and come back to following the in breath. So in the third stage, we're moving into the body, beginning with the upper body, and we're just noticing the whole of the breath being present in the body, moving the body. Beginning, as I say, with the upper body, you might notice what's happening in the front, in the back, in the sides of the upper body. The whole of the upper body expanding with the in-breath and contracting, relaxing with the out-breath. What does that feel like? Without thinking about it, what does it feel like? This is awareness. We can know what it feels like without putting it into words. And just noticing that there is a knowing that the sensation is pleasant or unpleasant or somewhere in between. Just noticing the rhythm, the coming and going, the rising and falling. And just allowing the breath to come naturally, not making any efforts, just observing, just experiencing. And we're going to move gently down the body now. Just noticing the abdomen just below the rib cage. You notice that moving with the breath. Much more subtle, but still rising and falling. If it helps, you could put your hand on the abdomen. And then down to the belly, just below the belly button. This is even more subtle, rising and falling. Can you kind of feel around in here? You can hold it with your hand if that helps. Hold your belly gently and notice the movement. And can you feel the movement within the belly? Rising and falling. Coming and going. And just being playful with this, not worrying too much about succeeding. Doesn't matter. Just seeing what you can notice in the belly. If you try too hard, the belly will tighten up. So just relaxing, not trying at all. You might find an area just below the belly button, an inch or so below the belly button, that is particularly pleasant to feel. You can feel that on each in-breath. Not everybody will be able to find it, and it doesn't matter if you can't, but just playing around for the next couple of minutes, seeing if you can, without making any effort, without tensing up, staying relaxed, just seeing if you can find this area an inch or so below the belly button. Where there's a very pleasant feeling as you breathe. The trick is to be completely relaxed. Maybe imagining you're in a place of great comfort, somewhere where you've been very, very relaxed in the past. In front of a warm log fire, sitting by a lake or the sea, just feeling safe and relaxed. Not trying at all, just allowing the feelings to be there in the belly, whatever they are. The movement, and you can stay in this place if you wish, or we can begin to widen out our experience, widen out our awareness to the rest of the body, to the legs and the feet, noticing them, the hips and the back of the body. The neck and the arms and the hands. And the head. And just noticing the place now where the air, where the breath comes into the body. The point where it passes from the outside to the inside. Our nostrils or the upper lip. And just noticing what that feels like as the air, as the breath passes through into the body and then out again. Really subtle feelings on the nostrils or the upper lip. Just really focusing without effort, focusing on these areas. And for the last few moments, just letting go of all effort now. Just being here in your experience, in your awareness. Just noticing how it feels. Well, there we are. That's this morning's meditation over. I hope you enjoyed that. And you were able to relax without trying too hard, just letting go of this thing we do all the time of wanting to get somewhere and wanting to be good at things. Don't need it in meditation. We just do what we do, just letting go. And whatever happens, it's fine. Anyway, I hope that was set you off to a good start for the day. I just want to say thank you for all your kind messages while I've been away. They really meant a lot to me. I got a lot of messages and of goodwill and kindness and love, and that's really lovely. So thank you so much. It really kept me going. And yes, and I'll be back again tomorrow with loving kindness meditation, and it'll be a delight to see you again if you can make it. Just reading the comments. Thank you. So in the meantime, have a good day. Have a lovely day. Stay safe and take care of yourself, and lots of love to you all. Bye.